So Leica is set to release a new series of cinema lenses called the Thalia lenses. There are 9 lenses in this series. There's the 24mm T3.6, the 30mm T2.9, 35 T2.6, 45 T2.9, 55 T2.8, 70 T2.6, 100 T2.2, 120 T2.6, and 180 T3.6. Leica is going for a look that many cinematographers go for by using vintage lenses on digital sensors. So Leica claims that images are clear without being sharp, and that focus is smooth and forgiving without looking soft. Additionally, that skin tones are natural and smooth with accurate detail rendition, with accurate color rendition. So it's interesting because a lot of the focus right now seems to be on very fast, very sharp lenses, Sigma being a primary contributor to this. One of the things that I feel like Leica is trying to do with this particular series of lenses is combat Sigma's new cinema series of lenses based on their art lens design. Their art lenses, especially the 18-35 and 50-100 for crop sensors, are especially attuned to this idea. Sigma's 18-35 f1.8 and 50-100 f1.8 are great examples of this because they have been able to have incredible light transmission at T2.0 with a third of a stop of light loss between its aperture, which is a relative value, and its t-stop, which is an absolute value in terms of light transmission. So I think that what Leica is trying to do is trying to pull users back into this idea that it's more about the user experience, and that Leica still has a very firm grasp on what it means to be relevant in this particular current digital age, and what the images are that cinematographers are trying to make. Not that these images are incredibly sharp and detailed necessarily, but that they're inviting and warm. And I feel like that's kind of the Leica touch. That's that image that Leica is trying to create with these new Thalia lenses is very much within their boathouse, within their wheelhouse. The Thalia lenses offer a 15-bladed aperture that is purported to be absolutely circular all the way through the aperture range, if you will. Leica claims that this 15-bladed aperture creates cinematic bokeh that comes alive with character, and it allows the out-of-focus elements to maintain their structure, which further adds the dimensionality of the image. The other part of that dimensionality is that the way that Leica's designed them is to not be such a sharp in-focus to out-of-focus, but that it's a more gradual fall-off, purportedly to be much like the human eye's gradual fall-off in terms of all of these lenses offer a 95mm diameter, which is consistent with what we're seeing out of Vajra primes, Vajra mini primes, specifically targeting the Sony E-mount and Panasonic Olympus sort of micro 4/3 mount. I think that's a key step. That uniformity is a key element that a lot of cinematographers really enjoy and appreciate having, because it allows them to only have to buy one set of filters, or only, you know what I mean? So it allows a lot better swapping out, a lot easier swapping out, so you don't have to keep track of 12 different types, or 9 in this case, different sizes of lens hoods or filters or anything of that sort. So it's a move that's very much oriented towards the user experience, the end user experience of a cinematographer. My opinion on this is that it's not really that big of a deal. I feel like Leica is a huge brand name, has huge brand equity, but a lot of their shooters are dedicated to the M series of bodies that they've made. Those shooters are dedicated to digital Leicas and film Leicas that are entirely oriented around photography. There is a lot of popularity with the Leica Q that does record video, but it doesn't have a microphone jack, so you can't plug in something like a Video Mic Pro or you know, similar products from Sennheiser and Shure. So it's kind of a mix between two worlds there. It's intended as kind of an all-around, just take it with you and get what you want, but it doesn't allow full-time video people to really get the most out of that experience. And I'm bringing that up because Leica is not really a company that has seemed to focus on video, and so it strikes me as rather odd that Leica would choose to create such a video-specific tool and such a series of such video-specific tools when, while lenses are their métier, while lenses are their area of expertise, as well as camera bodies, that's not a market that they've typically tried to attract. And I think that it's going to be hard for Leica to attract users that already have cinema lenses from, you know, or just lenses at all from Canon, Sony, Sigma, Nikon, Panasonic, Olympus, because they're not offering necessarily anything new or unique. Oftentimes it feels like Rokinon lenses give you a great sort of optical quality, while not necessarily the build quality, but they'll give you the image on a budget. With Sigma's new cinema line of lenses, they're going to be giving you excellent optical quality, excellent visuals, excellent light transmission, and for quite less than what a lot of lenses go for. Fujinon's 18-55 and 50-100, I believe it is, that have recently come out are at a similar price point to Sigma's cinema lenses that they've announced. I believe the 18-35 and 50-100 in particular. And so I don't really see, and both of those are much brighter than the Fujinon, and so I don't really see what the market is that Leica is seeing as there being for these lenses. I think they might get some market share, sure, but I really don't think that the market is looking for relatively slow primes in a series that don't have optical performance that seems to be an increasing norm in this era of optical perfection and the possibility of optical perfection. So thank you very much for your time and for your attention. Please don't hesitate to check out my Patreon. It's the first link down in the description. It helps, donating helps me bring better and more consistent content to you, and that's what I really want to do, is I want to make better and more content for you, and that's a great way for you to help me. If this video has provided value to you, please don't hesitate to like or comment. If there's an opinion that you have about Leica or about these cinema lenses in particular, I'd love to have that conversation with you. As well as, please don't hesitate to subscribe. It means a whole lot to me. There's about 155 or so of you now that have subscribed, and you're just helping my dreams come true every day. So I really appreciate it, and I really hope to see you in the next one.